welcome back to my channel. So this week I'm going to be doing a monthly favourites, and I haven't done one of these in, well, months. And I really don't know why, because they're some of my favourite videos to film and I really enjoy watching them on YouTube as well. So I thought, why not? I will just start filming them again and hopefully they will go down well. And I often find that I change my makeup and skincare quite a lot, so I'm always like rediscovering old favourites and finding obviously new products to love. So yeah, I'm just going to share some of the products that I've loved throughout June, so if you want to know what they are, just keep watching. So when I was putting all of my favourites together for this video, I realised I'm having a little bit of a moment for Givenchy. 3 things in this video are actually Givenchy, and they're all amazing. The first thing I'm going to show you is my new fragrance that I'm absolutely in love with, and it's this one. It's brand new. It's called the Givenchy Dahlia Divine Nude fragrance, and this is kind of, how can I explain it? So it's got notes of like orange blossom, it's got like white floral notes and white musk, so it's kind of a sexy scent, very summer appropriate. And when I look for a fragrance, I look for something that's quite like white floral, that is quite sexy but also quite like sophisticated, and it's not too overbearing, because some white florals can be really like in your face. This isn't. It's really like subtle but still gets noticed. I've had so many compliments when I've worn this. I took it on holidays with me. I didn't open it until I took it on holidays, because that's something I really like to do, because then you remember that holiday when you smell this. And it's just a really beautiful fragrance. If you're into white florals, or you're not too fussy with fragrance and you just want something really new and exciting, then I would really recommend this, because it's just a really beautiful fragrance. There's not much more that can be said. That it's just really pretty, and I don't know if everyone would want to wear it day to day, because again it is a white floral which is a bit like heavier, but definitely a great option for an evening scent. Or if you do love to just wear a bit more of a heavy fragrance, which loads of people do, I would wear this day to day, but other people might not. But if you don't mind that, then I've just said that like in full round circle way. If you like white floral fragrances that are a bit sexy and sophisticated, then I would highly recommend going somewhere and spraying this, because you won't regret it. And I just can't stop spraying it. I'm actually not wearing fragrance today, so I might pop it on. Yeah, I can't even take the lid off. Oh my god. There we go. And it's kind of got this like beautiful, what would you call, like it's gold thread, but it's not actually thread, but it's just really pretty detail. And it's just a beautiful floral fragrance that's a little bit sexy, and it's just really up my street, so I love it. Next up from Givenchy, something that I've been using for a couple of months now, but it's definitely needed to go in my monthly favourites, because I use it every single day without fail. It's completely a part of my like eyebrow routine now without fail. So this is the Givenchy Mr. Brow Groom, and it's a brow mascara, kind of like setter. And what I do is I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills to kind of fill in my eyebrows, and I'll always set them in place with this, because once you've put it on, literally your brows will stay. They will not like move or like wipe away, because they do go like a little bit hard, but it doesn't look unnatural at all. And I really rely on this to help my brows look natural, because if you put a lot of product or fill in your eyebrows, it can look a bit like heavy and really unnatural. So what I do is like to brush this through, and it kind of like breaks up the product, not in a bad way at all, but just kind of like just allows your brow hairs to kind of look a bit more like full and real, which is something I really like. I used to have very unnatural looking brows because I didn't have brows and needed to like fill them in. Now I don't like that so much, and I like them to look like I have real eyebrows, and this is just something I will not be going without anytime soon, and I just really like it. If you don't have a what are they called, like a brow setter, brow mascara, if you don't have one, you really need one, because they will change like how your brows look forever and how long they last. And I would highly recommend this, even though it is a bit more expensive. You know, the high street ones, it isn't too expensive. It is £19, but this one has lasted me so long already, and a little bit goes a really long way, and I just think you pay for the quality, and this is just amazing. The last Givenchy product I'm going to talk about is the Givenchy Teint Couture Balm, and I've had this in my beauty collection for some time now, but I find I always gravitate towards a bit of a lighter base, especially in the daytime in summer. And when I was going away, I thought, oh, what should I take for like the day wear, or if I'm going to the beach and I just want a little bit of coverage. and I saw this and I thought yes, and as soon as I popped it on, I was thinking, why haven't I used this in some time? It's called a Bare Skin Perfector, so it's nothing too heavy duty or heavy coverage. It is really lightweight and it's really comfortable, and the balm texture of it just feels really, really lovely on the skin and just kind of just smooths everything out. It does have an SPF 15, which is quite low, but you know, for day to day it's not too bad, and you can always top it up with like a mist or something over the top. But for this, the main thing I like about it is just the texture of it. It's not too wet, and I just feel like you can blend it in with your hands really, really beautifully, which is great on holidays, because I always find like my skin is a little bit better on holidays, and I just put a few dots on and then just rub it into my skin, and it just feels like more like a balm moisturiser than a bloody foundation, which is great. But yeah, at the moment this was a little bit too light for me because it is lighter coverage. It wasn't too bad. When you see the swatch, you'll see, oh wow, that is a completely different colour to my hand. But obviously I'm more tan now because this was way after my holiday. But while I was on holidays and at the start of the month, and when my tan goes, I'll be able to use this all the time, and it's really, really beautiful. So yeah, if you're looking for like a lighter coverage foundation, I would highly recommend trying this because it's a really, really lovely formula. Moving away from Givenchy, and now we're going to Estee Lauder, and recently I just worn this lipstick all the time, and every single time I do, I always get compliments and people asking me like which lipstick it is. And this is the Estee Lauder Kendall Jenner lipstick, and I think it's called Relentless. Yeah, it's called, I thought it was called Relentless, but it's called Restless. Damn it, I've been telling everyone it's called Relentless. Oops. So I'm really sorry to anyone that may be watching this that I did tell you it was called Relentless. It's not. It's called Restless. But I think Relentless makes more sense, but there we go. Yes, 304 Restless, and this is a beautiful red with an orange undertone. Whenever I'm tanned, I always gravitate towards colours like this, but I do wear them when I'm not tanned as well, but more so when I am tanned. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful lipstick with a really lovely colour, but most importantly, the main reason I love this lipstick is the longevity. It will stay on my lips all day. I can eat, I can drink, I'll just have to have a little touch up, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. But other than that, it completely stays in place, which is ridiculous for me because no lipsticks stay on. Even like liquid lipsticks don't stay on my lips. It's because I've got really, really dry lips. So the texture of this is really creamy, but it's also quite matte. But it's just a perfect in-between, and that with the colour just means that this is a great all-rounder for me, and I really don't know why I don't have any other Estee Lauder lipsticks, because if they're all like this, then I need them all. The next thing I'm going to mention really quickly is this. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I know everyone and their mum has talked about this concealer, but I didn't really like buy into it that much because I loved my NARS Creamy Concealer. Really loyal to that concealer, but recently I've tried to give this the time of day, and I took it on holidays with me and really tried to use it and get used to it, and I now always pick this over my NARS Creamy Concealer. I say that always. No, I don't. That's a lie. I use them both equally, but lately I've just really enjoyed using this one. It just feels really like lightweight, but just delivers great coverage. I still feel like my under eyes can breathe. Yeah, and I just really, really like it. I also like really like the colour of this one. This is light warm, and even though they have got like quite a good colour selection, when I did buy this one though, it was quite limiting in the shop. I think I went to John Lewis. And bought it. But yeah, they didn't have all the colours there, which was a bit of an annoyance. And I really wanted to swatch them all, but luckily this worked out well. I hate that, you know, when you go to a store and you just blind buy and then you're just like, I hope this works. But luckily for me, it worked out. And I bought this one, really, really love it. Really love the coverage, love the feel. The longevity is really good. I always set my under eyes with a little bit of powder anyway, so I don't know what it'd be like if you didn't do that. But yeah, all around is a really lovely concealer. So if you like the NARS Creamy Concealer and you just want to try something new, then you could try this one and you might be pleasantly surprised like I was too. Next up is something I've talked about on my channel time and time again, and I've even done a video about it, and it's the Tanya Burr Cosmetics Hollywood Eye Palette. And the reason I love this is because it's like my go-to eyeshadow look in one single palette, and it's really inexpensive too, but they're really good quality products. And yeah, you just get a matte brown shade, a shimmering gold kind of bronze shade, a matte like cream, which is great for the highlight of your brow, and then you also get this like goldy, well, it's called gold coin, so that kind of like color as well. But all in all four of these shades go beautifully together and create a really nice look. That's what I'm wearing on my eyes right now today, and it's just so easy. And I just love just chucking that in my makeup bag. I don't even have to worry, have I got all the colours that I need to like make one look? Because you know you've got everything. And you can use them wet or dry. The gold and like iridescent shade as well when it's wet is so, so beautiful. And I often find myself like forgetting about this and then rediscovering it and thinking, why haven't I used this? It's so easy. And I think it's like £6, so you really can't go wrong. So if you're looking for a kind of like bronze palette and that's inexpensive, I would highly recommend looking at Tanya Burr's products because they're really, really great actually. I've tried some of the liquid lipsticks as well and they're really beautiful. Tried some of the lip glosses. They are nice, but I'm not a lip gloss girl at all, so I can't really like give them the review they need. But yeah, all of her products have really, really surprised me and have really been great quality, but also great price points. I just really can't fault this palette. I've barely even touched the eyeshadows because you need that small amount. And I did say actually in my initial review of these that I thought the packaging might not travel that well, but I've travelled with this so much and it still looks great. So I take that back. I take that back. The last like makeup item that I'm going to talk about really quickly is this foundation. This is one of my like holy grail foundations. It's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I have only recently rediscovered this foundation. Well, I say rediscovered, I've always absolutely loved it, but I haven't been using it as much as I have this month. And the reason for that is I only had like my tan shade in it because when I first bought this one, I had the other one as well, which was like my normal like everyday colour. I obviously used that up very quickly and was left with a really dark one. But because I've been on holidays and I'm a bit more tan at the moment, I've been using this like every single day, and it's just such a beautiful, long-lasting, lovely foundation that makes my skin look really, really nice, I think. Anyway, it's the one I've got on today. It just gives your skin like a beautiful glow, but it's nothing too like luminous, even though it is luminous silk. It's kind of like a satin finish foundation, and it kind of in the middle between, it's not matte, semi-matte, and it's not dewy, so in between semi-matte and radiant. That's where you would put this foundation, and it's really long lasting. They've got a great colour selection as well. This one is my tan shade and it's 5.5. I think my like non-tan shade was like 4, or was it 3.5? I can't remember. It was quite some time ago. So once like my tan's faded, I'm definitely going to go back to Giorgio Armani and get my skin matched to my perfect like normal shade. It's just such a lovely, lovely foundation. A little bit really does go a long way. I like to apply it with a beauty blender, and you just get this really beautiful kind of like flawless skin result, and I really just can't fault it. And if you're looking for a new foundation, I'd highly recommend trying these if that's the kind of like finish you like. So next up is skincare. I feel like I'm flying through these so fast, but this is the NIOD hydration vaccine, and this is something that I've really, really enjoyed using the last month. I think I have mentioned it in the past, but really in the last month, I've kind of like stepped up a gear and been using it every single day. So what is it? Hydration vaccine isn't a moisturizer. Even though it does give the skin some moisture, its main aim is to lock in any moisture your skin already has. So when you step out the door, the environment isn't stealing your moisture, which usually is what tends to happen. For me, that's something that's really important because I have eczema, so I can get really bad dry skin. So what I do is I pop my normal moisturizer on, and then I pop this over the top to kind of lock in, seal that moisturizer. It is kind of like a primer because the texture of it is really beautiful. It's really smooth. Like even, I put it on the back of my hand earlier, and even my skin feels so smooth. So it is kind of like a lock-in hydrator, but also a primer if you wanted to use it like that. NIOD is a great brand anyway if you're looking for like skincare. The Deciem brands in total are amazing and really, really interesting. So if you're looking for something in particular to do with your skin, then have a look at NIOD or one of the Deciem brands because they're really, really cool. But yeah, I have used this every single day. I love the way it makes my skin feel, and I also just love the idea of it in general, so I know my skin is staying like optimally hydrated. And last but certainly not least, my favourite like pampering product of the month has been this. This is the Ulla Henriksen Truth Sugar Glow Polishing Mask. Again, I've probably talked about this before because a lot of my favourites are kind of like reoccurring favourites, but this is like a beautiful, beautiful face mask, which is kind of like an exfoliating buffing face mask, which like renews your skin. So it's not really like a problem solving, well it is if your skin's dull, but if you've got like blemishes or anything like that, it's not really for that, it's for skin that you want to give your skin a boost, or maybe you've got like a special event and you just want to make sure your skin's glowing. You would go for a mask like this. It smells incredible, like you would literally want to eat this. It just smells like oranges, like so citrusy and really, really beautiful, like literally my mouth's watering even smelling it. But all the Ulla Henriksen Truth products smell like this, smell like oranges, and it's really, really beautiful. But it's kind of like this like gloopy texture, which you put all over your face, like obviously clean dry face, and you just pop it all over and then you just leave it on for a bit. Yeah. Clean down skin, leave on for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then what you do is like add warm water. So it's great if you're in the bath or something, you just add a little bit of warm water and just move it around your face in small circular motions, and then what that does is like a bit buffing away the dead skin cells and kind of just revitalizing your skin, and it feels amazing. Like afterwards your skin just feels really like new and fresh. So it's perfect like if you're going on a night out or you've got like a really big event, because it's just meant to like give your skin a really nice boost, and I always feel like my skin looks amazing, but I also feel amazing afterwards because of the smell, and just like you feel really like lovely and pampered. And that's it, that is all of my monthly favourites for the month of June. I feel like there's been a good like variety. There's been like skincare, fragrance and makeup. So hopefully there's something here that you're quite interested in. Pop me a comment down below and let me know which product was your favourite. Anything like you're curious about, I'm more than happy to answer anyone's questions. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week.